Scott, there's more evidence of a rumored Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Remake surfacing. Let's go, buddy. Bobby Anhalt over at Gamerant has this to say. An update from a Ubisoft developer gives more credence to the much rumored Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Remake, which was first reported last year. Sightings of an unannounced Assassin's Creed project on LinkedIn are adding more fuel to the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Remake rumors. The Assassin's Creed 4, holy man, it's a drinking game. The Assassin's Creed 4 remake was reported to be in development last year. However, it was claimed that the game was still in the early stages. These reports also asserted that Ubisoft Singapore, the team behind the upcoming Skull and Bones, is taking part in the development. We'll get
I'm
there.
not sure who went from which direction to that one. Yeah.
Well, I think they have a lot of the assets and things that they want to use probably from Skull and Bones to put into Black Flag, right? I think that's the part they can work together there. It makes a ton of sense. After numerous...
I wonder if there's some sort of plug in there where your Skull and Bones ship becomes the ship in Black Flag. All right, I have some ideas here. Maybe I see what they're doing.
All right. After numerous delays, it finally appears Ubisoft is sticking to its release date for Skull and Bones of February 16th. As Skull and Bones and Assassin's Creed 4 involve naval combat, Ubisoft Singapore seems like a good match for a Black Flag remake. That said, the aforementioned delays and somewhat underwhelming showings of Skull and Bones over the years have been hit worrisome for fans in the fan favorite Assassin's Creed game. The difference being, Scott, is that Skull and Bones is just your ship. Now you can get off your ship, but there isn't combat battle. Like, it's not like Black Flag, but it's similar to Black Flag, because the main focus, though, for Skull and Bones is the fact that you're a ship.
Yeah, it's just different on a fundamental level.
Exactly. But either way, we'll see what goes on here. Isaac Tan, lead cinematic designer for Ubisoft Singapore, now lists an unannounced Assassin's Creed project on his profile. The update to Tan's profile, at first pointed out by Assassin's Creed News on social media, states that he has been working on the project since 2023, which lines up with reports concerning the rumored Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake. Scott, we looked it up quickly. Dude, this has been 11 years since Black Flag was out.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've actually played that game, and it was worth remembering that that was a split release as well. That was on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One.
Yeah.
So it's kind of easy to look back in time and go, well, do we need a remaster or remake? And I think in this case, a remake is more valuable than a remaster because, well, it's been a whole 13 years.
Dude, I was at an Xbox One event back then. Wow, that's not dude, I've been doing this a long time. So I was talking to Eric from Ubisoft, who's one of the developers working on the game, and I remember him telling me about how because we went to 3, which became like more open spaced, where 4 they wanted to make it more confined and bring back that parkour element, right? And now look at us all the way into Mirage, where parkour was a huge emphasis on that game compared to Valhalla, which was again, that open area experience, right? It's funny how it just they keep intertwining, going back and forth. But if we get Black Flag, now it comes down to when's the lineup of all this release? Because if we get Red this year, will this be ready as a remake for next year? Doesn't sound like they're just getting started. So do we get Hexy next year and then the remake of Black Flag? Like, there's just so many questions of where all these pieces start to fall into place. And what does the overall lineup look like? Because we're supposed to be getting Star Wars Outlaws this year from Ubisoft and an Assassin's Creed game. Dude, those are 2 massive games coming out of Ubisoft this year. How do you space those out? So, but I'm down for some more Assassin's Creed now.
Incredible amount of development studios under the Ubisoft banner, so it makes sense they could really put this out. But I'm worried that we're going to get a Assassin's Creed fatigue all over again.
We had it once, dude. I could see it coming back, right? If they come on this yearly release and keep us going like they were doing back when it was 2 and then 3 and then all those, oh man, if we were just like, again, here's another Assassin's Creed game. Where's that break? We saw that break, and then Origins lit a fire, and it was just like, yo, this is sick. And now we're kind of getting back into the cycle again, right? And yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm a little nervous to see where this goes if we keep getting these yearly releases. And if it's anything the size of Valhalla, whew, dude, we should be terrified.